work in the South Carolina room at the Hughes Main Library. Today, we have a mystery to solve. This object has been in our archive for a while, and the mystery about it is that we don't know who gave it to us, where it came from, or exactly how long we've had it. So we do know that it is made of a solid piece of wood that appears to have been hand-carved. We can see chisel marks around the outside, especially on this side over here, and on the interior of this well. We don't know what kind of wood it's made from, but I'm assuming from a fingernail test that I did that it's a softwood. So that doesn't help us too much, but it might give us a clue. It's about 5¼ inches long, 2¼ inches wide, and about 3 inches tall, with a base that's shaped kind of like a shoe print. You can see like that. It has two wells that are connected, and they are slightly different in shape. The well on this side is very similar to an inkwell. We can't see any definite evidence of liquid ever having been inside, but it doesn't mean that there never was a liquid in there. The well on the other side is carved in a cross shape, and it holds a spool of yarn. So the cross shape is interesting because we can see where there are holes that have been drilled through this object, here, and through the center. So the cross shape indicates that the spool was meant to run this way, the line going this way so that you could reach in and take it out. There's evidence of rust around each hole, suggesting metal pins were used, and a hole on the outside of the cross section that has been filled in at some point, potentially as early as when this item was created. I'm wondering if possibly it was drilled all the way through by mistake and they filled it immediately. As far as we know, the yarn came with this object. It's 2-ply, red in color, and very regular in texture. It appears to be a plant-based yarn, either cotton or linen, as opposed to wool. I would categorize this yarn as either sock weight or finger weight compared to modern yarn, and the spool appears to be made of wood and fits very snugly in the cross-section. The bottom of this object is very smooth and slightly lighter in color than the rest of it. This might be because it was sitting on something and not exposed to lighter air, or if this section did not receive the same staining treatment as the other sections. You can see around it that it is slightly glossy on both of the wells, but not as shiny on this center part or on the inside here or the bottom. So we're not sure what the purpose of that staining might have been. It might have been protective or it may have been decorative. There are no definite signs that this was ever attached to something else, but it is certainly possible. Some things that we've considered is that if this might have originated in the Greenville area, so it might be connected to our textile history. The oldest mill in Greenville was the Pelham Mill, which opened in 1820. So it's possible that this object dates back that far, but again, we don't know anything for sure. It might have been made for one person's very specific task, so that would leave a lot of room for what this item might have been used for. It's also possible that it might have been an experiment or an early version of an object that we might recognize today. But again, we don't know for sure. If you have any ideas on what this might be, please contact us at the South Carolina Room by email at scroominfo@greenvillelibrary.org.